story time, I guess. Yeah, let's do that story time. So I was so one day, I'm not trying to get political or anything because I'm not really big into politics at all. But this story has to do with politics. So if you're political as hell, um, make sure you don't put anything down below or stuff like, oh, Trump this, Trump that. Yeah, I'm not with that. So. Oh, okay. But anyway, no political stuff. This is just the political stuff has to do with the story, so live with it. Okay, so, so me and my dad got this golf cart, right? We got this golf cart a few weeks ago. I'd say like 3 weeks ago. Anyway, fun as hell, drive it around and stuff. Well, anyway, there's these neighbor kids that live near me, right? And I want to say they're like 10 and 8, 10 and 7. I don't know, young as hell though. So I'm sitting there, and and just to give you some background, I live in a small town of, I want to say like 1,000, 2,000 people, 3,000. I think it's 3,000. Yeah, 3,000 people, small town, 3,000 people. And you know, small towns, people that live there, and it's down in the country, so obviously, you know, there's people who like our president, Trump. Anyway, so what happened was I'm racing these 10-year-old kids, right? Because they brought their golf cart, and I was like, they're like, you want to race? So I said, yeah. So I raced them in the golf cart. I beat them both times, and I beat them both in the golf cart racing. We raced around the neighborhood. So anyway, they're talking. They're like, oh, nice chassis and everything. You know, knowing shit about cars. They know their stuff about cars. Me, on the other hand, I'm just like, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, that's cool. Anyway, so they're telling me what they're gonna do with their golf cart. So they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a Trump flag, and I was like, what? And they're like, they have this. They took a towel. And they put it on a rod, and on the towel it had like money signs and an American flag on it, and it said "Make America Great Again." So then, it's not really like a crazy story. This 10-year-old's like, yeah, we're voting for Trump. You like Trump? And I'm like, and me, if you don't know, my political views are just I don't care who is, because honestly at this point I'm not trying to give out my political beliefs, but I just don't care for politics. You know, me, 16-year-old, don't care about that stuff. This 10-year-old is telling me, he's like, oh yeah, Trump's gonna make America great again, blah blah blah, Trump anyway. And I'm sitting here just mind blown at this kid, and this kid goes, and I'm like, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 10. I'm like, okay then. And they're like, yeah, Trump's gonna make everything great, and they're just talking about that. And I was telling them, and I'm like, they're like, how old are you? I'm like, I just turned 16. And by the way, Trump, bro, that you don't need to go. I told him, I said, it's not worth it. It's not worth thinking like, oh, like, I'm like, bro, you're 10 years old, you got your whole life ahead of you. But I'm sitting here thinking to myself, yo, how does this 10-year-old know like that Trump's better, apparent, quote unquote better, and then everyone else? It just blew my mind. But yeah, but it just blows my mind that, like, man, I don't want to say brainwashed, but man, it was mind blowing to me that this 10-year-old like knew like, oh, Trump this, and I'm like, bro, how do you know about this? Like, how do you know what he's done? And he was telling me all this stuff, and just, oh man, I was like, dude. And if you saw these dudes, bro, you'd look at them and go, yep, they look like it. Like, it's obvious, like, from the start. And it just blows my mind. So yeah, I just thought that'd be a great story to tell, because it's just 10-year-olds giving their political beliefs is ridiculous to me. But yeah, so that's all I really came on the stream to say. That's about it. Make sure you just, you know, have a good day. Don't let anyone think of your political beliefs any different. Yeah, and just have fun. Have a great day. And I'll see y'all in the next stream.